Good morning. Today is Sunday, May 7th, 2023, and we are doing the weekly Bitcoin forecast for the upcoming week, going through May 14th, 2023. So let's go ahead and get into it. So this is the monthly chart that we're starting on here. Looking at the monthly chart, 1M, you have started a new candle in the past 7 days at this point. So this is your May candle, your April candle, March, February, and January, and then so on and so forth, right? We started a new month. As we can see, January was an extremely bullish month. We broke all types of monthly structure. And again, like the higher the time frame, the more important that structural breaks in any type of movement really is. It's more important, right? More significant to the overall price action. February was very much so a stagnant month. Like there was a lot of indecision in the market, like, a lot of fighting right here, but we were also kind of at a structural point too. So that makes sense. March, we saw another break of structure, going up, absolutely shattered that. April, not a whole bunch of movement, like, very much so in a range right here somewhere, trying to break 30,000. And we're still that same story in March. In May. So we'll see where that goes. Like, are we going to break 30,000 soon, or are we going to come back and try to pull back and then go? Overall, I'm still bullish. I still believe that the direction is upward, but it's the question more so at this point is how. Like, how are we going to do it? How are we going to get there? So we'll move on to the weekly chart. Again, these are 1 week of data for each candle. As you can see, we had this major down slope, and then we kind of had this range here where we didn't do anything for several months, somewhere between 16,000 and 24,000. Finally, again in January, we started breaking up and breaking to the structure. Like we got here, paused for a little bit, and then continued on this upward movement. In February, came back down, and then made the other push upwards in March as well. Again, this is kind of like Silicon Valley Bank territory. Actually, this candle right here was exactly when Silicon Valley Bank crashed and all that, and then we saw the major upward move. I was originally predicting that we would go down to about 12,000 here, but once I saw this candle, I was like, oh no, there's no chance. We're going up, and we're going to continue to go up because this is a major structural candle right here, and it got us to 30K. So as you can see right now, they are absolutely holding the line here at 26,000. Like we're not allowing it to go below that at all. So there's a lot of bullish pressure, but at the same time, there's a lot of bearish pressure pushing it down too. We're not allowing it to go above 31,000 and really not above 30,000. So this is a super interesting time. Like, I don't know exactly which direction we're going to go right now. So it's like we could potentially come down here and push up, or we could just straight up push through. And that's the same prediction that I've been making for the past couple weeks at this point. So let's start putting the indicators on. So if we are here, again, that's your weekly chart. We're looking at the moving averages. Your moving averages here at this point, price is above the 50 moving average, it's above the 200 moving average, and it is also above the 100 moving average on the weekly chart. So we see that we're above this, so that's definitely a bullish signal, right? Bullish in nature. At this point on the month, even on the monthly chart, price is above the 100 moving average, this gold line that just started right here, and it's above the 50 moving average. So if we look at the daily chart as well, we'll go ahead and delete this. We're also above our moving averages on the daily chart. So the 200, 150 moving averages. So again, we came down here and saw this push down. Again, this is kind of like Silicon Valley Bank. We just started hearing about banks collapsing at XYZ. And then we absolutely rocketed up from here. Tried to get another push up, but couldn't. The thing that I'm noticing right here is price is absolutely respecting the 50 moving average. And the lower the moving average that it's respecting, the more important and significant the trend is, in my opinion. So it's like you have the 200 moving average, the 100 moving average, and the 50 moving average. So we're coming down, and we can't even break the 50 moving average. The higher the time frame, the more significant that moving average is. So 200 means a lot. If it starts breaking a 200 moving average, that means that, hey, this is probably a signal that trend is changing direction. But as you can see, we can't even break the 100. And what's happening, it's beautiful, actually. It's happening like we're coming up to this line where we're retesting it. And as you can see, price is still just bouncing off of it and respecting it. So I think what we're doing, we're building momentum here. it's only a matter of time before we start breaking off of this 31,000 and then just rocketing in the other direction. So realistically, in my opinion, I don't think we'll see Bitcoin below 24,000 anymore. If we take a look here, so I see this as being some type of low, a place that we could potentially pull back to. So this is your demand, and then we pushed off again, create a major imbalance here. And right now, I'd have to go back in the past to see where we could potentially come to again. I think it's probably right here. That's 37,000. We're at 29,000, and maybe 33,000. I think we'll probably break to 33,000 before getting to 37,000. But there's two areas right here that are of significance. So you have 33,000. That'll be probably the next stop. So we're at 30,000 right now. So it'll probably run another 3,000 in the coming days to weeks, I believe. So let's take a look here. We'll turn that red. And then you have another one right here. So this is your daily kind of supply zone, places where price has in the past pushed off and started to, go a different direction. So we see this, we have a couple options, right? We're on the daily chart. We'll zoom in here. You can probably go down to let's go down to the 4-hour chart. And as you can see, price is actually above the moving averages here too. So we have our upper zone that we're looking at. Upper zone somewhere about 33,000, and on the low end we have about 25,000. Again, I find it to be anything is possible. Anything is absolutely possible, but you have to ask yourself the question, what's probable? I don't believe that we're going to see a Bitcoin ever again below 20,000, and 25,000 might be a decent little, stopping point that we can talk about. But yeah, anything below 20,000 we're cooked. I don't think we're going to do that. So right now we could range, for the rest of this week. That's absolutely a possibility. That's one scenario, is just continuing to range and like price consolidation until we make a decision. The other option, some of the other options that we have, like I don't see any major resistance right here. You'll probably see some resistance up top somewhere around here. So we can take a look here. We can probably see a stop here, a little bit of consolidation and retracement, a little bit more of a push up here. We'll stop here, and then we'll continue to rock it up this way. The other scenario that we could have is we come down here. You'll probably see some type of consolidation here, and then we'll come here before gaining some bullish momentum, because at this point you're going very deep into bull territory. And then a not major rocket like this. It's not going to be straight up and down, but something similar to this, to where we end up, coming down, grabbing some liquidity, and then coming back up to do it in that direction. So we have, let's turn this green, let's turn this blue, and then we'll leave that red. So I find this one to be the least probable. I think this one is the most probable, your blue case scenario. And then you have this one, which is just, meandering the price. We're just going not really anywhere. So that's kind of where I'm at this week. I'm still obviously long-term bullish, but in the short term, you can't really make crazy price predictions for price. So yeah, this has been the last week and the upcoming week. So again, take care. I will definitely see y'all on the moon. All right.